You guys, I took it too far. Can you see how purple my hair is on the side? I used purple conditioner and then I used my purple serum, like heat protected serum from Orbe. I used that today. Apparently it was too much. And it's just this one strip. Oh my God. The rest of my hair looks okay though, right? Yeah, oh no, it's a little, oh God, you guys, I took it too far. I took it too far. Anyway, hello. We are gonna be trying out some new luxury makeup today. That's what we're doing. I am so excited to finally be trying the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Blur Concealer. I purchased this when I was in LA like a couple weeks ago, and I just haven't gotten a chance to try it. I really wanted to give it a good old, college try. So we are starting out bright and early this morning, and yeah, we're gonna be giving it a full day wear test. And I don't think I'll have time, apologies, I'll have time at the end of today to come back and like show you, but I'm gonna leave a pinned comment and I'm gonna definitely snap a picture and I'll post that to my community post. So I'll give you all the information that you need in terms of like wear and everything. And I got the new Chantecaille spring collection. This is their Flamingo collection. So they came out with 2 new eyeshadow trios and 4 new shades of their Lip Chic, which is one of my all-time favorite across any brand, one of my all-time favorite lip formulas. So I'm really excited to try those. And then this was sent to me quite some time ago, but I didn't have a blush, so I was like, oh, let me try it. The Tom Ford Soleil Creme Blush. This is in the shade Alpine Blush. I was really curious about this. It looks very, very pretty, but I'm really excited to try this out. So I do have on all of my skincare. I'm wondering if I should just throw on some of this Hydrascape from Make Beauty. I like to use this as a primer. I think I will, just for good measure. You know, my skin is very dry, but I also just traveled a bit. So after, being on the plane, my skin feels extra parched. I also want to just, put out there, in case you notice anything weird aside from the purple hair, but I had to go to the doctor yesterday and I got 3 vaccines. And she did warn me, my doctor warned me, she's like, oh, you may be lethargic or you may have some flu-like symptoms or whatever. I was like, okay, I'm actually okay, but I do feel like out of it. I feel really out of it. So if I seem spacier than usual, that's why. All right, Hydrascape is applied. Let's move right into the concealer. So I did pick out shade number 3. And I was in store at Sephora when I got this. So hopefully I didn't do myself dirty and get the wrong shade. Here is the packaging. It is like an oval shape. Very interesting. It's got all of the Charlotte Tilbury stuff on there. The wings, the angel wings, all of that stuff, the rose gold finish, all of that. Let's do a swatch of this. I'm very curious what the coverage is like. I have heard, because I was in LA with Risa, Risa does makeup, and she had tried this and she said that the coverage is quite full. All right, yeah, that's a light swatch and that does look pretty full. Let me show you what the applicator looks like. It's like a pointy diamond tipped doe foot applicator. So since I don't have any foundation to try out, and oftentimes, if you guys have watched me for a while, you guys know I will use concealer in lieu of foundation, and that's what I want to try with this, especially because it does have high coverage. I'm wondering if I can like blend it out and work it out, and hopefully it works for me because I do like light coverage. I use concealers instead of foundation sometimes. So we're gonna give that a shot. So I'm gonna just wipe off any of the excess, because you can always add, but it's hard to take away. And I'll just start under this eye first. I've got my BK Beauty A506 brush. I think this shade is actually quite brightening for underneath my eyes. Okay, So that's shade number 3 for me. All right, I'm just gonna spot conceal where I normally would. You know, when I'm trying to use a concealer instead of foundation, let's see how this looks. I think along my jawline, this shade should be okay because I'm paler here than I am up here, and I am closer to my neck, which is obviously going to be a lot paler than my face. Okay. It is setting down to like a skin-like finish. So very, very natural, if you will. Not a lot of extra glow. It doesn't look matte though. It doesn't look dry, so that's good. I can also see how it's setting down on the back of my hand. Part of it is still wet, but I think you can see over on this side, it's a little bit more matte. Anyway, I like the finish. Let's try it around my nose. I even have this blemish here. Let's see how it does there. Every time I fly, I get a little something. I even have a little blemish up there too. Well, so far so good. It's a weightless, full coverage, creaseless, and stays all day and night. There's a powder blur technology, there's squalane, and there's hyaluronic acid and her Phyto Youth Essence. Wow, there's a lot of claims on this box. Creaseless, blurring, matte finish for flawless looking skin. Skin looks visibly lifted, smoother, and hydrated. I don't know if I'd go that far. Airbrush. What does that say? Oh, airbrush it. Supercharged pigments erase dark circles and retouch imperfections. Elastic stretch formula and undetectable weightless finish. Yeah, it is pretty undetectable for coverage that, well, they're claiming that it is full coverage. I really didn't put that much on, as you guys saw. I would say, I mean, there's definite coverage, that's for sure. I mean, you can see the difference between the two sides of my face here. But full coverage? Yeah, maybe. Let me just apply a little bit to my eyelids here and to that blemish. Okay, now that I have that kind of worked out all over my face, I do like this shade for me. Again, this is shade 3. All right, I'm gonna go in and apply it over here. We'll see how full coverage it is over my sunspots. I'll start underneath my eyes here and then just dab on those. Yeah, yes, I would definitely say full coverage. You could barely see those sunspots. All right, I'm just gonna apply a little bit more along my jawline there. Guys, this is looking pretty good. The coverage is definitely higher than the Suku Creamy Cover Concealer that I've been really raving about. This one, it shows my texture just a little bit more. I've got this patch right here, and I feel like it's not really blurring that. I wouldn't say it's like emphasizing it, but it's not really blurring it. I feel like the Suku blurs a little bit more, like my under eyes look a little bit more filtered, but this has more coverage. All right, I'm excited to see how this wears all day. Now, this is supposed to be creaseless and all that stuff, so I'm not gonna powder. As you guys know, I don't always powder because I have dry skin. So let's move on. I'm excited to try this Tom Ford Soleil Creme Blush in Alpine Blush. This is the packaging, the Soleil packaging. And did you guys see that Tom Ford's coming out with new quads? And I was gonna say completely different packaging. It's not that different. It's just got a big T on the cover now, but it looks different enough. It looks like it's been refreshed. So I'm very excited. I think it's already come out in Asia. I don't know when it's gonna come out in the US, but I've been seeing like pictures of it on Instagram. Okay, here is the Alpine blush. Let's see how pigmented this is. Ooh, it's very balmy. So that's a light swatch. Okay, I've got my BK Beauty 109 brush. Oh yeah, this is like the perfect aspen cheek shade because it has a lot of red to it. I really like this formula. It is emollient and kind of balmy feeling, but once you get it on, it kind of starts to behave more like a powder. I mean, not only behave, but like look more like a powder blush. It's really pretty. I really like this shade, especially for the winter time. This is so good. All right, that is the Tom Ford Alpine blush. All right, let's move over to the new Chantecaille stuff. So eyeshadows and lipsticks. I don't think I need highlighter. I think I'll throw on some eyebrows though. Let me do that quickly before we get to the eyeshadow. I'm gonna use the Infinite Hold Sculpting Brow Tint from Make Beauty. I have the shade Cool Taupe. It's like a mid-tone gray. I'll use this today. Oh my God, I can't believe how purple my hair is. All right. So since I have two, oh, you know what I just realized? I put more concealer on this eyelid than this eyelid. So let me put just a little bit more over here. Okay, that's better. So since I have two trios, I think I'll do one eye with one trio, one eye with the other trio. So let's do, I think one is Dawn and one is Dusk. So let's start with Dawn. Here is the packaging. Aw, and this collection was inspired by like the colors in Flamingo's feathers, which are so beautiful. If you've ever seen a flamingo in real life, they really are like the most incredible color. It's like hard to believe that it's found in nature. Anyway, here are the three shades. Oh, how pretty. Look at these three. And these are a baked gel formula. Okay, here are the three shades. And on the back of the box here, it says 3 warm tone shades in matte, shimmer, and satin. This one is satin. This one is matte. This one is shimmer. Created to support the Amazon conservation team and their work empowering local communities to protect flamingos and their ecosystems. Amazing. All right, so let's work with this one. There's only 3 shadows, so fantastic. It takes really all of the guesswork out. So I'm gonna grab my Charlotte eyeshadow brush here. It's like a flat shader. And I'm gonna go into the center shade. From the center of my lid out. I feel like I need something fluffier. Hold on. I've got my Chikuhodo. I think this is the Z5. I think I called it the Z7 the other day and I was like looking for it online. Anyway, I think this is the Z5, but it's a Chikuhodo eyeshadow brush. It's like a fat, fluffy shader brush. I'm gonna go back into that peachy shade. How pretty. This would actually be a great one and done shadow. So yeah, I'm just working this from the center of the lid out. And taking the same brush, I'm gonna go into this shimmer shade, this light shade over here, and apply that. Ooh, that's bright. Just applying that on the inner portion. Then I'm gonna grab my trusty Esom W36 brush. I'm gonna go into this deep plum shade and just add it to the outer corner here. What a pretty spring look. That is gorgeous. I'm going to take this same brush, actually go back into that deeper plum shade and graze this along the lash line. The lower lash line. Oh, I love that. Such a pretty, simple look, but not boring. Okay, so that is the Dawn trio. Let's take a look at this Dusk trio. Oh, here's the cover on there. I've got 3 flamingos, so here's the Dawn. And, ooh. Huh. I'm going to swatch these next to the other swatches because 2 of the shades look very similar, these 2, but it looks like they swapped out the peachy pink for this taupe shade, which I'm here for. All right, let me do some swatches. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. So I swatched them like the similar shades with the similar shades. So the dusk, the kind of purpley shade, this has a lot more of like a black sooty base to it. So a lot more dramatic than this one. The taupe, you can see, has a lot more shimmer to it than the peachy pink. And then this shimmer is a deeper pink than this guy. It's a little bit less white, but I don't know if it's going to be quite as impactful as this. I'm going to just wipe off my Z5 brush here. I really like this brush. I'm going to go into this taupey shade and apply this all over. Fabulous one and done taupe shade. Oh, I really like that. Okay, let's do something a little bit different here. I'm going to go into that deeper plum shade with a number 1 brush from Refer. And I'm just going to drag this along my lash line. Oh, that's pretty. Again, very simple. You can do a really simple, beautifully elegant kind of look with these shadows, but I don't think that they're boring at all. I'm going to take my stamping brush. This is the T05 brush from Esem. I'm going to go back into that deep purple and use this along my lower lash line. And stamp. And then I think I'm going to use my finger for this shimmery shade. And maybe tap this right at the center here. All right, so there is Dawn and there is Dusk. Wow, I really like both of them. I mean, I think I'll probably end up using this one more just because I love that taupe shade so much. I'm such a broken record. I'm such a broken record, but I love that. But this for spring, it's so pretty. I really love this one. And I don't really kind of gravitate towards like peaches and pinks, especially on my eyes. I feel like sometimes it can just look like your eyes like irritated or puffy, but these are really pretty. Really, really pretty. Oh yeah, wow. It's really bringing out the purple in my hair, huh? Let's just ignore that. Okay. All right, let me just put on some mascara and then we'll come back and do the lips. We'll try out the 4 new Lip Chic shades. All right, here are the 4 shades. So these 2 come in the gold packaging. Here's what that looks like with the flamingo there. So this one is Guava and this one is Stella. And then these 2 come in this lighter pink packaging. This is Jacaranda, I think. Hold on. Jacaranda, and this one is Camu Camu. I'm excited about these bright colors. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to start with, what should I start with? I'm going to start with Camu Camu. So it's this bright pink shade. This is what it looks like in the tube, by the way. Oh, I love this formula so much. So these are like plumping glossy lipsticks, but they're not plumping in that they irritate your lips in any way. They just have hyaluronic acid in them. And you can just feel your lips just sort of, I don't know, like just sort of like fill out. So gorgeous. So, so gorgeous. So that is Camu Camu. And I love that the pigmentation of these are just like a little bit lighter than a typical lipstick, but more than a gloss. So they're kind of in between. Yeah, I just love these Lip Chics so much. Here is Jacaranda. I'm probably slaughtering that. Such a pretty everyday, like my lips, but better shade. Okay, next we've got Stella. Oh, pretty. So this is like a little bit brighter, a little bit peachier than the Jacaranda. Okay, last but not least, guava. Look at that color. It's like it glows. And guava happens to be my husband's favorite fruit. There is guava. Ooh, what a fun color. I love it. I really like this with this eye because this is such a beautiful, like subtle eye. And then to have like this pop of lip, it's so good. And then that other bright shade, that Camu would look so great with this because of that fuchsia. It'll really bring out that purple. All right, guys, that is it for this video. I'm just gonna do a quick check on the concealer. It's looking pretty good. It's looking good. It's looking pretty consistent. I will definitely leave a pinned comment letting you know how it looks. I will try and remember to take a photo before I take all of this makeup off to show you what it looks like at the end of the day. I'll post it to like my community tab. But that's it. That's it. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun today. I love these eyeshadows. I love the look that I came up with, even though my eyeshadow is different and my hair is purple. It's fine. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe down below if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next video.